The Gina and Matty podcast.
Last week or so, the biggest news, without a doubt, has been the LA wildfires. I mean, it's insane. You know, we've seen people lose their lives. We've seen celebrities lose their homes. Fire hydrants running out of water. I mean, it's just insane.
It's just shocking, isn't it, to see the news? It's horrible.
So, on the line right now, all the way from LA, Channel 10 US Correspondent Katherine Firkin. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you going?
We're doing not too bad. How are you going over there? We know you're in the thick of it all. Where are you at the moment?
Yeah, we're right in the middle of the fire zone at the moment. It has been, to be honest, I've been struggling for words to actually describe the devastation here. People have used words like apocalyptic. They've said it looks like a bomb has gone off. I mean, it truly feels like that. Just yesterday, I was walking through Altadena, which was hit by the Eaton fire. That's been the deadliest blaze so far. And I mean, it was house after house after house. It was just nothing but charred black ruins. And it's incredible. You know, embers and spot fires were still burning even on those outskirts of those blazes. I spoke to a woman there who said she felt like she was looking at her own funeral. It was just so apocalyptic and so scary. And she actually was one of the very few in that neighbourhood whose house survived. And yet she said to me, her life's never going to be the same again. All her friends are gone. Neighbours are going to obviously change. The entire community has been obliterated. And that is just one story out of, you know, thousands that we are seeing here. It is just extraordinary.
Katherine, in Australia, you know, we have pretty good insurance and you'd probably be able to rebuild somehow. It's horrible. You can never get everything you've lost back. But what happens over in America, like for insurance, will they be able to rebuild their houses or do they just have to move away and start again from scratch?
Yeah, it's a really, really tricky situation. I mean, things are very, very different over here. One of the big stories here, unfortunately, is the fact that insurance policies had skyrocketed prior to this incident and many people had dropped their insurance coverage. So that means now that many people are uninsured and they're scanning, you know, looking out at their ruins literally now with nothing. The state, of course, says it is going to help, but all those assistance programs, as we know, have a whole lot of red tape. It takes time and you're not going to get close to the kind of money you actually need to start again. So for many people, it is truly going to be starting from scratch. It's probably going to be moving out of homes that they've had, you know, in their families for generations. It is life-changing stuff. And at the same time, you know, we're seeing the death toll skyrocket today. We've got cadaver dogs out searching remains. Unfortunately, the area I've just been in, they've found more bodies there. So unfortunately, the toll is now at 16, and we believe that's going to increase dramatically. So the scale of this devastation, I really can't overstate it. It is shocking. It is probably the worst natural history disaster here.
Now, we have seen, like I saw last night, images of basically creating its own weather system with fire tornadoes. What are we expecting today with the wind? Are the Santa Ana winds going to pick up? Are they going to make it worse? Are fireys hoping that the situation is going to improve to get on top of this at least a little bit?
Yeah, it was really overnight. It was a really crucial moment for firefighters here because we knew that winds are going to pick up from today and throughout the rest of the week. It could be another catastrophic wind event. So we had huge aerial assaults and things going on overnight. They actually did a spectacular job of trying to contain that Palisades blaze, which is the largest one still burning. That's covering more than 93 square kilometres. It is a staggering size. That is massive. And I mean, at least 5,000 homes in that area alone have been burnt from this blaze. Many, many more are still under threat. But the winds are going to pick up today. So even though they have made progress, it's nowhere near, you know, under control. So unfortunately, we are probably going to be looking at more devastation before things get any better.
And air quality as well. Like, how are you going with, like, wearing masks and all that? Because they've said it's very poor.
Yeah, it's been absolutely terrible, to be honest. I mean, obviously we're masking all the time in the fire zones, but it's affecting everyone, even in sort of more, you know, downtown LA and things. The sky's been basically black. There's been almost no skyline visible at times, and people have had to mask everywhere because the air quality has been so bad. There's obviously also been power issues with so many power lines down. There's been reception issues with cell signal out. So, I mean, it's really the effects of this go right across the state.
Katherine, do you feel like this is your job doing that? Do you feel safe? Or are you worried? Do you feel like you need to get out?
I mean, obviously, we're taking every safety precaution we can. It was interesting. I was filming something right on the fire line the other day, and I mean, I was getting emergency evacuation notes pinged to my phone non-stop. So, I mean, we're obviously being extremely careful, but I mean, we are having to keep moving as well.
Well, Katherine, we really appreciate you coming on. It's Katherine Firkin, the US correspondent for Channel 10 News, on the ground in LA at the moment. You can catch the latest of what's going on with Katherine, 5 p.m. tonight and 10 News First on Channel 10 and 10 Play. Katherine, thank you so much for telling us what's going on at the moment on the ground there.
No trouble at all.
The Gina and Matty Podcast.